we're trying to figure out if you were going to tell somebody this story and you were only going to include the most important things because we were creating a summary, what would we have to include and what would...
Lisa Groves is our intervention teacher at Parkview and has been with us for the last 10 years. In her role here, she served as a classroom teacher and a reading specialist and interventionist. She also was a coach. Before coming to District 89, she was a middle school teacher and an administrator. We were very lucky to have Lisa join our team. Lisa is incredibly detail-oriented and has a passion for working with small groups of children to really help them excel and grow in their areas of need. She works with small groups of students at Parkview who might need a little extra help in reading and math.
Lisa has the ability to connect with kids really well in small groups and build connections and really tie what they're learning in intervention back to the classroom. So it is kind of a unique position in that, she sees students in groups of 4 to 6, sometimes less. Sometimes she's working with students one-on-one. These students are working on areas that are really difficult for them, so she often is very creative on how she's going to motivate the students.
I totally want to be Lisa. She is so organized. She can make something difficult easy for me to understand, easy for the kids to understand, especially in math. She sees it so clearly and can explain it, and I love listening to her. I love listening to her teach. I like her ideas of how she does it. I like the manipulative she uses, and she keeps us on task, and she never gets upset. You just can't say enough.
One thing that Lisa is known for by her colleagues is really being collaborative and trying to problem solve around students.
She keeps our schedules, she figures them out, she helps us test people, she makes it make sense to the teachers and to us and to the parents all day, every day.
She really just truly cares about not just a student for 30 minutes in her room, but the whole child. And she really advocates for them whether they have parents that are able to advocate for them or not.
Yes. I would say yes too, because how many things are we finding out when we read this sentence? I'm going to read it to you again. I want you to listen for her.
I've learned a lot from her. She's super organized, and she has a way of phrasing things that always seems positive. She's a really great friend and caring person.
She's just great. She's a good person. She's a good teacher. She's a great friend. She's a wonderful coworker. She's got it all.
Lisa's family is the most important thing to her, and so in retirement she is looking very forward to spending time with her adorable 2 new granddaughters, her family, visiting the West. Her parents are out in Idaho. She has other family that live out on the West Coast, and she is going to spend time with all of them. She is known lovingly as Lee in her family. In fact, her grandkids and siblings and whole family don't ever call her Lisa. One of her granddaughters is actually named after her with Lee in her name, and so I know that Lisa's going to enjoy spending all the time she can with her family.
I'll miss about her next year's all the stuff that she did with me. She is the greatest math teacher that I had so far, and I love that. I love seeing her, and I hope she has a good retirement because of all the work that she did with us.
We appreciate the 10 years that Lisa has given us in District 89. We're definitely better off knowing her, and we wish her all the best in the future.